Hi, Scott here, with teeth. And I'm sorry for the background noise, that's just my roommates. But I have teeth in because they make me happy, and Lordy knows I need relief. And, yeah. So, shit has been happening. A lot of shit has been happening. So, originally I wasn't going to do this until, Friday, because it's my day off. But with the amount of things that has happened today, it has blown that plan out of the water, as you can see as I'm making the recap video today. So the Minecraft chat was made. I don't know if that is entirely true. I can fact check that right now. Yeah, the chat specifically for Minecraft was made. Thank you, Jackal. And then also I think the pic chat was also made during that time as well. When did you request it? Secret general task. Thank you for questions. Yeah, I think they were both made around the same time. I don't know if I actually covered it or not, but no, it's going as well as you think it is. The Minecraft world is pretty advanced. We're doing pretty well in that world. Nothing more to cover other than, like, we have an actual town now, so that's nice. So the next thing is we had a bit where we were rating, I think, or possibly talking about the advantages or disadvantages in dating demons like Beelzebub, Azazel, Beetlejuice, and a couple others. That was good. We did the alphabet several times where I realized that we do not know the alphabet as well as we do because we skipped over U like twice. So there's also a chat apparently that I don't think Jackal has to worry about other people seeing because they talked without code. I'm not gonna say the chat specifically because of just in case if it's out, and yeah, they talk normally. It wasn't in code. It was actually a pretty nice little chatty chat thing. So, well, really, yesterday technically, it's been yesterday for an hour my time. Yesterday, whether it was timing or whatever, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So, in the announcements, and possibly in the general, we got a, that's a secret chat. We got a possible challenge task type thing. I don't know specifically what it is, but we need white candles, which I went out to buy 100 pack, a lock of hair, and a bad memory. But I was going to do it tonight, but it's way too windy to do that, so I may do it again Friday. Let me scroll up in the chat. A candle of white, a memory with fright, with a lock of hair, burn that which scared. So, I'm assuming, what we have assumed, it is, basically to get rid of the fear, which I think will actually lead us more onto Ascension, because we had to take some dirt, like dig a hole where we had bad memories at. So with burning the bad memory or whatever, I think it's another way to get into the ascension. It's like the same concept, and I'm realizing because people who know obviously more about this say that the white candle usually is a substitute for other candles, or also usually signifies truth, peace, and some kind of spirituality. Well, also they've also said that we may be contacting angels. Maybe. It's a possibility. While hair is to like personally have a personal touch to it and to ward off whatever, to help, that. And then the hunt got updated. The password is drowned for people who haven't gotten it yet. And thank you, Five, for translating all of this, because Lordy knows. It's a polybus, so it isn't that bad, but like still. Which we got the message, you'll start dreaming soon. If you already haven't started, you'll see the still gray waters, which only moves like that of static. You might even see a person dressed white with a hand reaching outwards and a kind smile on their face, but their eyes will be empty. Hold the fuck up. Sorry, hold on. As I guess I should do this. Sorry, I just realized something. Let me get onto the Tumblr real fast to see if that is actually, because we were also talking about who, not what I wanted. Who they could be referencing in the, I can't really tell who they could be referencing in the chat, and I'll get to that later. But there is more code. I remember my dreams, how they started. God, I remember my dreams, how they started it. How they started, it wasn't the beginning of everything. No, the hunt had started long before. But this was my first real interaction. The first time I could see the lady in white, and the first time I'd knowingly come face to face with the static of my actions. My actions that night made the mark on me stained red, deep into my soul. Even now, I know it's watching, waiting for me to fail. Unlike you all, you have a chance to get out of this and to come face to face and be vaccinated from it. For good. I didn't get the shot. Yes, I reached ascension, but unlike the rest, I died after reaching it. Which, we assume it is, the host body that's talking, and or the difference between what Jackal is and then the host body between this. I feel me starting to slip away as the hands of time pull me after from my start. Yes, I feel strongly when I first inhabit someone, but it is all temporary. I feel so numb, so unlike me, I was once a proud agent of chaos, an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. But what I am now, who I am now, I forget what my home was like. What my world once was slowly slips from my mind like grains of sand in an hourglass. The mirror is broken and there is no way to fix it. It wants me to feel this way, to feel lost, to say that I should have given in to that first night during the dream, that I shouldn't have woken up. But fuck that, I refuse to drown, and I will help keep those I care about afloat as well, even if I have to die 100 more times in order to do it. And any of you shits even think about drowning, I will kill you myself. Which, in itself, is a bit of a threat, but, as we lead into the other thing that's kind of gotten my mind, frazzled, I really do think, since Lady's static, Lady is the one who has another means of ascension, the other way. Whether it be the true or the false way to ascend, it seems like there is 2 different ways to actually go about this. They have previously stated that they see Jackal as a madman, a monster. Which is understandable with some of the ways that he displays himself. The fact that he himself explains that he is a proud agent of chaos, an acceptable force to be reckoned with, and the fact that he likes to claim other people without, like, further notice. And they have also mentioned that, that he's been watching. That he's learned and watched us all before making contact, which is understandable, seeing as he followed my roleplay account and my or he messaged my roleplay account, but he also then followed my side account that I do for, like, random things, so, which is a little understanding, but it's still unnerving, and it's still creepy, and I'm not exactly sure how much we should take about this with a grain of salt or whatnot. One thing that that lady is good at is instilling doubt. Like, fucking hell. It's not even funny. Like, ugh. They have also stated that, they're also here, again with the, 2 ways to ascend, they also state that they are here to save us from evil and damnation and corruption, which is the same thing that Jackal has been parading around and saying, like, hey, this is what I want to do too. So again, they both just have this sense of I am right and the other is wrong, which is just, it's aggravating because you don't know which side to choose. And as I try to go around this in a way that doesn't really have, trying to control my emotions right now because that's affecting me a lot. And it's just, whew. I'm not gonna find a way. It's for another day. But yeah, there's just a lot of going around in my head, and basically who's right or wrong, I don't particularly know. But lastly, with the hunt, and probably the last thing that I will talk about tonight, is we also got a journal entry, which we have most of it, but not all of it, because the amount of corruption, glitchiness to it is almost unreadable. But yeah, here it is, and probably what ends off. Dear me, I had a really strange series of dreams last night. Well, one of the dreams really stuck out to me, so I thought it might be in my best interest to write down what I remember. So here it goes. I was on a roof of a tall building, where I do not know, for I had never seen this place in my life. It had an older feel to it, and reminded me of England, though at the time I didn't notice. I had been to this place before, and probably the building as well, contemplating if I should do what I was planning to do now. Sorry. Spitting out my teeth right now. I was just a burden to those around me. I wasn't smart, and I was useless. I know that to be the truth. I had a feeling that was drilled into my brain from a young age. I know everyone would be better off if I died, though I was so scared to die and scared to live. When coming to the roof, I planned today to be the day that I would do it. That today would be the day I would jump off and finally end it all. Though now standing on the edge, looking down, I started to second-guess myself even more. I started to tremble from the fear and nerves. Should I really do this? I thought to myself, even though I planned on facing my fears. This is where it gets too hard to read. Where I would, again too hard to read, seemed much more real. It wasn't blank. Facing the fear of clowns or even the dark would be. It wasn't coming face to face with a monster from your nightmares or a creature hiding from under your bed. It was coming face to face with the unknowingness of what comes after death. It was facing the fact of how weak you really were, how weak I was. By jumping, I would prove them right, proving myself and others that I was worthless, that I thought as they thought. I couldn't do it. God, I was so weak. Too weak to die, yet too weak to live. I took a deep breath and turned around and leave, though before I could even move, 2 hands came into contact with my back, pushing me off the roof at full force. I didn't even get to see who it was who sent me to my doom, falling so fast, and yet at the same time it felt as if it was in slow motion. From the second the other made contact with me, everything was black. When I hit the ground, a loud ringing in my ears, my lungs hurt. Although I thought my eyes were open, everything was still dark. I don't know when the ringing stopped or when. That's currently what we have. This is why I've recorded on my phone, because sometimes with videos like this, it doesn't fully come. Drowning dreams, please come open for me. Oh, you know what? Oh, this probably was. Okay. leave off, sorry. Ringing stopped, or when? This goes over the girl in white. Sincerely me. I will have to come back on the last page of this because we don't fully have it, done yet, but yeah. That basically ends up with the recap of, September 2nd to September 11th. Yeah, there is just a lot to unpack, and there is a lot going through my own mind about who to trust and who not to trust, and I'm sure Jack will just laugh at me and whatever, but yeah. There's just a lot going on. In any means, I hope you guys enjoy this episodic, semi-weekly recap. Whether I do it on Monday next, or Wednesday, I guess, of next week. We'll see. Depends on how much stuff happens. But yeah. This is Scott, number 10, signing off.